Some really nice wild rhododendron right there. Hey you all, good morning, God bless you. Welcome back to the channel. This video, you all, I'm going to show you a trail that will take you down into Narrows, Virginia. It's called the Mill Creek Park, and you can actually access that park in Narrows. It's the old, they call it the Mill Creek for one thing because there was a mill there, but it also is the water source for the town. And I've hiked this trail before from the bottom all the way up, and from where I'm standing here, where I'm parked in the road right here on top of Wolf Creek Mountain, it's about 4.5 miles down to the main parking lot on that trail. People hike this all the time, both directions. You can park your vehicle here and hike down that way and then pick up another vehicle and ride back if you want to, or vice versa. And people do it all. They also bike this sometimes. Them some tough old boys there. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I want to find out where the tributary that makes up Mill Creek starts. So I'm up here in the, in the higher elevation because, we've got a bunch of tributaries that run into Mill Creek that make up the main stream. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where the main stream actually originates up here on this mountain. So go with me. I got my new Tomahawk with me today. I'm going to try that out down here, see how good it works. Nothing I like better, you all, than going in my blacksmith shop and making something and then bringing it out here in the forest and see how it performs and see whether I did a good job or I need to throw the thing in the trash can and do another one. So let's go down the trail. So as you can see, you all, there's plenty of places to park right here on this road right here. People camp here all the time. They also bring horses in here and ride them. Over there is Wolf Creek Mountain Road. This takes you towards Sugar Run Mountain. You're going towards Sugar Run that way, and of course, you're going back toward Hollybrook, Virginia, if you go this way, where I come from. That direction right there. But the trail is, it is a maintained trail because this is part of the nature park. So right here is one of the main tributaries, you all, that goes into this stream. You can see an old bridge. The water's flowing from that direction right there. So we got to wiggle our way through this mess right here to see if we can find out where it's coming from. Now, y'all, one of the things that I like to do is the reason I want to find out where this actually comes from, because people hunt in here all the time. I just seen horse dung right up there where it can, that dung can get washed into this creek right here. So although I'm standing in clear, clean looking water, you wouldn't want to directly drink this water right out of this creek without filtering it and purifying it. So the reason I want to find the source of it is I want to camp up in here sometime, and I want to get right where the source is, where it's popping out of the ground, and it'll be pure right there where it's coming out of the ground. But this place in here, you all, is just like God made it. I mean, this place is thick. Tell you what, this is definitely a jungle right in here. The water's flowing really good, and that's a good sign that we've got a really good source of water up here, especially after, 4 or 5 days of rain. This thing naturally is going to be deeper, but after that it'll go down some. But I did want to tell you that down there at the park where you come in Narrows, this is a stocked trout stream, very nice. If you've ever watched any of my videos, especially the one where I'm advertising the Heisey boots I got on right now, that I'm walking through this creek with, you can see a video of that creek, and it's really good. It's really a nice fly fishing stream. Years ago, this would have been full of native trout right here. You can definitely tell where I'm at. We're in a literal jungle. If you were lost in here, you'd definitely want to have your compass to know what direction you were going in a straight line. My daughter asked me the other day, said, "Dad, does all these creeks go to civilization somewhere?" Most of the time they do when they're flowing off of these mountains here where you got people living. Sometimes they don't if you're not in an area where there's people. But your larger tributary will usually take you to civilization. But as you can see right here, this is nothing but a jungle. If you're lost in here and you called 911 and they're looking for you, the best thing for you to do is stay put and build you a signal fire so that whoever's searching for you from above can see you, because there's no way that an airplane or a helicopter can see you down in this kind of stuff right here. I'm not doing a whole lot of filming right in here because it's really hard to walk through these laurel patches, and they can be, some of them, this one right here is already a quarter of a mile wide, and I still ain't walking. All right, you all, here's my new tomahawk that I made. Let's try the thing out. Well, yeah, nice, isn't it? Stainless steel head, you all, with just a regular old common iron cold roll eye welded to it. As you can see, I don't like tomahawks where the handle goes down this way. When you're in a situation where you really need to chop, a lot of times them things fail on you. They come apart. They're always sliding down the handle. I always pin mine on, and it ain't coming loose. You can chop all day long with it. So you can see, you all, where the water's coming out of from under the ground right here. And then it's doing the same thing right up there. So here is how these things get formed from runoff water that gets in the earth, and then it gets into that stream right there, and then it pops out. And it will disappear under the ground sometimes back in these mountains. And I'm gonna have another broader look and see if there's anything else around here. All right, you all, I circled back toward Doc's Knob Shelter for a little ways just to see how this looked back in here. Now I see the stream where it's popping back out of the ground up here and running on down through here. So what I think this stream is one of the water sources for Doc's Knob Shelter. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm not going to go all the way to Doc's Knob Shelter. That's a long ways from my vehicle. But anyway, there it is. Now you all, you know you're in some thicket stuff when you gotta crawl to get through it. All right, you all, just done another big circle here back toward Doc's Knob Shelter just to see how what this looks like. And now I've come up on another part of this tributary. That's how that the stuff will go under the ground and then come back up. This is the main stream right here instead of that puddle I was looking at over there. I mean, it's sinking down in the ground and coming back up, but now I'm in a main stream right here. So I know for a fact by looking at the map that this is the water source right here for Doc's Knob Shelter. It's off the trail. You have to go down to it, but right here it is. But I'm not going to go up there because that's a long ways from my vehicle. So I'm going to circle back here if I can finally get out from underneath all this laurel. All right, you all, that's the end of this this video. I'll tell you what, I learned something really, really valuable today. That road right there, I had never been up that road. That road right there takes you right straight to the Appalachian Trail. It's not even a quarter of a mile up to the Appalachian Trail. Doc's Knob is in that direction like I was thinking. And then you're going south that way. You're going north this way and south that direction. So I learned something new. I actually did where I went up that tributary up in there about a mile. When I cut back to the right, I figured that I could just easily circle back on this ridge. And I did get lost. So I had to take a really good close look at the map. I actually had this place marked right here. So you can take your GPS and go back to where you was. But you know, when you think you know where you're going, I went like another 3/4 mile in that direction thinking I was going in the right direction. Because I drive through here, good Lord, probably 10 times a month. But anyway, that's this right here, you all. You can, when you pull into this parking lot, you'll see that green road. That takes you straight up to the Appalachian Trail. And I did not know that. I didn't know it was that close. So Doc's Knob Shelter is not very far in that direction. And that stream right there is where they're getting their water from. All right, you all, live and learn. And if you don't never get off the trail, you won't never get lost anyway. So that's another tip you all from your Bland County Survival Man. Have yourself a wonderful day.